So let's go through the names of the guys who are interior defensive linemen and how this kind of group looks.
Yeah, and Cox had some snaps at the end last season. So
he did.
Just as you set it up, their interior guys, we know Cox is back on a 1-year deal, but with a post-June 1 designation. One of the most unique situations I can remember, it's, by the way, the $14 million is fully guaranteed. He's a lock to be on the roster. By contract, he has to be on the roster. So what I find interesting is Cox had said late last season he and Gannon patched things up and whatever issues he had with their scheme, he seemed to patch things up. And our understanding is he really wanted to be an Eagle. Like he wants to. It sounds like he wants to finish his career with an Eagle. I don't know how much longer he's going to play. Mm-hmm. There's the requisite dummy years on the back of this thing. You knew that it had to happen. The dummy year, the contracts that got extended. All of them have dummy years, either 2, 3, or 4 years on their. Even the 1-year deals, a lot of them got dummy years attached because they want to spread the signing bonuses out, the bonus money out. Mm-hmm. Which is what they do. Yep. But Cox is back. What I do wonder, and Hargrave is on the final year of his 3-year deal, with Jordan Davis and Milt Williams in there. Do they need to play Cox as much as they have in the past?
That's a great question. I mean, I assume at 1 year, $14 million, he's still a starter, right? Even with Jordan Davis on the field, he's at the end. But you're saying no question about that. I mean, that's true. But if you're starting him, but you really want to use him mostly as a pass rusher, then you can make an argument to not start him and then bring him on the field once you get to second and third down. Like if you're mostly in first down in a run first defense or a play action pass defense, then you may want something like a Jordan Davis, Javon Hargrave, Milton Williams combination, or Marlon Tuipulotu if he has a, you know what I'm saying? The point I'm saying is if you're playing Fletcher Cox on first down, then it's really hard to also limit his reps because if you still think he's a really good pass rusher and that's always been what he's been best as, then you're going to have to figure out a way to take snaps away from him at some point. So it might be base, right? It might be base downs where you're like, I'll put a bigger Milton Williams in there. He doesn't have to play the run. So it might look like he's not a starter.
Right. So just understand, a starting only means who's in there for the first official play of the game. That's all that really, technically that's what it means. But what I'm talking about, who's going to play more snaps? Mm-hmm. And that to me is got to be Cox, who turns 32 in December. I wonder in the end, with Fletcher Cox, does he have one big year left in him? Because watching the Eagles as we did and asking a Cosell and Avant and Q and also other who are on our pregame shows and obviously on Q&A and other sources around the league, what's the issue with Cox? Is he just not the same player? Is it the scheme? The feedback that we got shows flashes of it, is clearly not the same player. So it sounds like he's got something left in the tank. I just wonder if he could, $14 million, was it? The question I would have is, was it really necessary? Were there other teams involved? Was there any reporting on this?
Question.
Other teams involved? Because I thought $14 million was a massive overpay. Now, it may have to do with him coming back as an agreement to come back. He would agree to be released and come back at this number with his agent, Todd France. I'm not sure. Mm-hmm. But the fact of the matter is $14 million is a major number for a guy who turns 32 in December, is clearly not the same player. To me, he's a $8, $9, $10 million a year player. But, to justify the contract, the guy's got to play. He can't be a part-time player.